Yo, there you are, Mike. What's up, dude?
Hey, I haven't seen you for a really long time.
Yo, it's Thursday. It's 9:00. We're about to talk to a couple awesome people back to back. But before we do, how you doing, man?
If you really want to know the truth, I've run into a bit of a situation.
What is the situation?
The situation is I cannot find the right damn pair of boxer briefs to wear. I swear to God, I've bought all these different brands, all these different kinds. They got all the crazy light ones. So I'm like, oh, let me get this. It's nice to get warm out. Damn thing that rides right up my thighs. You know?
Right up your thigh?
Yeah, like constantly. They're nice and light, but they ride right up my thighs, and I don't like it. It's driving me nuts.
You must have big thighs then.
No.
No?
I don't. No, this is not 2012.
Yeah. Hey, we got people in the chat room already jumping in. Joe Ivy, Christian McGugan, and Brad Williams. What up, Doe? All right, so we're gonna do a quick sponsor read real quick. Welcome to another episode of the Mike and Mish Show, brought to you by Mission Accomplished. Thursday night at 9 p.m. is always your favorite show. It's always the best time ever. All week long leads to this. Before we get moving, hold up. We got Holding Hands Massage Therafix. They are registered with the Department of Veteran Affairs. So veterans and soldiers out there, you can go see your provider, get a referral, go see Jackie, go to holdinghandsmassage.com to book yourself a what do you call those things? An appointment.
Yeah.
An appointment. And if you're not a veteran or a soldier, you could still go see Jackie. You just got to go to massagetherafix.com and do the same damn thing. I'm telling you, she's the best in the business. She knows how to find the trigger points. She could alleviate chronic pain and help you out. Back, neck, knee, taint, whatever. She got it. Not taint. That's
maybe
that is wrong. All right.
I didn't go to school for this. She might. I don't know.
All right. Well, Killfoot Clothing is our other sponsor. They are the makers of the Mission Accomplished t-shirts. Go directly to me, instant message me, DM me. If you want a shirt, they're pretty badass. I got them right here. Actually, you got the bullet logo right there. Mission Accomplished. You got the flag on the back. Comes in gray. Comes in black. $25. Just go ahead and hit us up. Enough of that bullshit. Let's go ahead and introduce our first guest of the evening. She is the newest, hottest ticket in town for the Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship. Her name is Crystal, the Rugged Beauty Pittman. What up?
Hi.
Hey, what's up?
Yeah. Hey, welcome to the show. You just signed with the BKFC. We are excited to talk to you. But I got to be honest, we don't know really anything about you. You're a mystery. Your Instagram is a must follow, I might say. So I'm going to go ahead and say, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself and introduce yourself to the world?
Well, my dog keeps trying to get into my thing.
What's the dog's name?
Hades. Come here.
Hades. Oh, I like that. That's good.
Cool name.
Yeah.
He's selfish. My name's Crystal. Obviously, I'm new. I'm so mysterious. Everybody keeps saying I'm this new buzz, and everyone's interested in knowing about me, but I'm kind of like a hidden gem back here. I like to work like in silence. So I just started posting a lot on my Instagram to be kind of more show you guys what's coming, So, but yeah, I'm here. I'm from Visalia, Fresno, Central Valley area. I first used to live in Fresno, and when I got connected out here, Visalia, I was traveling and I was training out here so much that I ended up moving to Visalia, and then ended up, getting engaged to my coach. So
that's interesting.
But yeah, been training for a really long time. Been had fights and had a lot of fights, cancels and pullouts and with other opponents. So, and now here I am, and I got this amazing opportunity, and I couldn't be more fucking stoked and excited to just fucking do some dirty.
So you said that you were from Visalia, and I was telling Kyle before we came on here that I like to do like an in-depth look at the background of whoever we're talking about, and I saw that your hometown was Visalia, and home to Sequoia National Park, and it looks like one of the most beautiful places I've ever seen in my life. I was telling him, and it has like this General Sherman tree. It's like the biggest
Yeah.
tree ever that
Dude.
in the history of the world or something. Like it's gigantic tree. I've never seen anything like it. It's crazy big.
I just thought of something. Fresno is
Right.
where one of our sister units are. We're both
yeah.
in the military. There's an aviation unit out in Fresno, California. And I was out there a couple of years ago, and I went to some casino out in the hills somewhere, and these fucking dudes didn't serve alcohol. I was like, what the hell?
Probably.
What was it?
Table Mountain?
Yes, I went there, and I was like, I'll just go up to the casino and grab a couple of drinks while Amy's working or whatever. And I got there, and I was like, it was the biggest waste of time of my life. All I wanted to do was walk around, play some blackjack and get some free drinks or something. But they're like, oh no, this is a dry casino. I'm like, I didn't think that existed.
I'm surprised I didn't see you there because I love gambling because I'm Filipino and me and my mom were like,
all right. I don't know, dude. Somebody called us two biblical beasts, Mike. I'm guessing they're talking about me and you. I don't know, maybe not. Biblical, yeah, hell yeah. Crystal, you said you had a bunch of fights and you had a bunch of fights canceled. You want to elaborate on that a little bit? Are you talking BKFC already, like, tried to book you, or prior to signing with BKFC, you had a bunch of fights fall through?
Prior to that, give me 1 sec. I'm so sorry. My dog is like hitting my table. Hades, move.
He wants the attention.
He really does.
Not like this.
I know. It was prior. COVID. Man, COVID kind of just like ruined a lot of things. And at the same time, I gained a lot of things from it because we went through like 4 fight camps, and each one was canceled like literally fight week. And so I feel like 2020 was just one long fight camp and 2021 is the year of war, I guess. So it's all in good experience and, running my body and just testing my body and testing my limits and training really hard, and for something even better. So we're here now.
So how many fights fell through exactly?
She said 4.
4?
Mike, if you hold on, Crystal. Mike, if you were paying attention to what the lady just said, she said,
right.
I went through
fights.
She went through 4 fight camps.
That's right. 4 fight camps, but for all different people, all 4 of them for different people.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God.
And were they all Muay Thai or were they MMA? Were they boxing? What were you doing?
Muay Thai.
All Muay Thai.
Yeah.
So now you're venturing into the bare knuckle fight game. What drew you over there? What was the attraction other than it being the best, hottest new shit in the world?
It's crazy, and I've mentioned this before. For like a year, I have been going to Doug, my fiance and my coach, I'm like, what do you think about me doing bare knuckle? Because I started following them when they first, like, everything started coming out, and their Instagrams, and I was just like, I fucking love it, and I was like, man, babe, I was like, what do you think about me doing bare knuckle? I really want to do it. And he's like, yeah, we'll weigh the options, and it's just, I kept asking and seeing what he thought about it, and then I was kind of doing little call outs on them when they were posting like Paige and Brenna Hart's posts and for their fight, and then all of a sudden 3 months later, here they are calling, or him, Doug and Paul got in contact to get me signed and ready. So it's just kind of crazy how everything worked out. I absolutely love bare knuckle. I feel like it's like the pure sport, of fighting. It's amazing. I prefer that, and not everybody's like that. Not everybody can handle it. And a lot of people will ask, well, it's so scary. Aren't you scared? I'm like, I mean, if you've gone in a fight before, you know what it feels like to get punched in the face by a fist. The difference is we're all trained. You know what I mean? If it's just a street brawl, and we're like, especially girls are like, I don't care, but we're trained now. But something about the sport is just so sexy to me. It's intriguing to me. I absolutely love it. I'm fucking stoked. You'll hear me say it a million times.
So you just like the rawness of it, like the bare knuckle and the what about like the clinch game? You've been practicing that clinch? Because recently, the last fight with Chop Chop Corley and Reggie Barnett Jr., it didn't seem as though that Chop Chop was ready for that clinch game.
Right.
Yeah,
I think a lot of people forget how to use the clinch. Even in Muay Thai, you see a lot of people forgetting about the clinch. I love the clinch. I love defending the clinch. And, I'm kind of ready for that. If somebody wants to go dirty boxing, I'm fucking down for dirty boxing. I love the clinch, and I love the
I feel like Muay Thai fighters would have an advantage in the bare knuckle game as long as you got good hands and you could utilize that clinch. I feel like it's a smooth transition. Plus, like you were saying about you love the sport and everyone loves the sport. I've been pumping the sport up to like everybody, and my pitch to them is it's the most relatable sport on the planet.
It really is.
Anybody with a sibling knows how to ball up their hand and punch somebody in the face.
Mm-hmm.
And you don't need to be a genius to judge a bare knuckle fight. You can see who's getting more fucked up by the damage on their face. And, it's not rocket science. You know what I mean? It's more of a street fight inside of a squared circle. And I love it.
Right. A lot of their scoring is like about the power of the punches. It's not just like regular boxing where it's like point based also. I was looking at a lot of stuff, and it's about how they use it, like the clinch and like the power of it. Man, I just love it. I love the scoring system. I love everything about it. Yeah.
As long as you don't get one of them crazy refs from this past week. Jeez. That was wild. I don't understand what that was going on.
I know. It's on. You really just gotta do it to no decision, really. That's kind of how we train anyways.
Right. Yeah.
I really felt bad for Melvin Gillard because that was some of the worst refereeing like you could ever imagine. I don't know what that referee was thinking when he fell back on the ropes. The second he fell back on he was like squatted down on the ropes, the action should have been stopped. He should have been starting to count, but instead the guy acted like it was an MMA fight. He let him throw 4 or 5 more punches on him and then called it off like it was an MMA fight. Like he stepped in. I'm like, what the fuck is this guy doing?
Yeah.
Like, come on, man. You gotta know what sport you're in.
Right. And you have to be, even though you're fighting, you have to be cautious of that too. You can't just attack somebody. You have to be able to see, regardless of what state of mind you are when you're fighting. You have to know, like you said, it's not an MMA fight where they're on the ground, you see that they're hurt, and then you just start fucking going in until the referee calls you off. It's different.
Right. And he kind of just waves it off. Like, it was very odd. It was a very odd thing.
Yeah.
And that didn't happen. It wasn't the only time that night that something weird happened too.
Yep. Kevin Smith says standing 8. That's what I'm saying, man. That was absolutely terrible that he got robbed. Now, Crystal, you say that from what I've heard that you're gunning for the 135 division, but correct me if I'm wrong. There's like no one in the 135 division. Like who you gonna fight? Do you have a name in mind? You got somebody you're interested in fighting? Has there been a name thrown out? I did see in the comments, and I couldn't see who it was because all I see is Facebook user. I didn't get permissions from whoever.
I was thinking maybe it was Jules or something.
It might be Jules. Somebody in the comments said in the next 48 hours they're going to break some news on you. Do you know who you're going to fight? You can just wink if.
Hey, my favorite is the double wink 'em all.
Yeah, there you go.
There's been some names. I'm going for the 135. I don't know if I'm supposed to really say. I wish I had a name for you, but they said it's in the next 48 hours. We'll know. We did have some lined up, but things changed on the other side, so they're just working really hard and getting a really good opponent, a matchable opponent, so to fight, and they're going to release it really soon. I am in 135. I noticed a lot of girls my height, go 125. But I'm also a really muscly girl. So cutting wise.
I didn't notice.
Yeah. So you don't think you could make it to 125, or you don't want to do that? It just, you wouldn't be at your top physical shape at that weight.
I don't know. I'd be fucking shredded if I went
Yeah.
to 125. And professionally, I'll do what it takes to fight at if they need me at 125. You know, I feel like this is a professional sport. If they need you at 125, need you at 135, you need to meet in the middle 130. You got to do it. It's your job. You know.
Yeah.
And so I have no problem going to 125 if they need me there. But we are pushing for 135 right now. I like 135. I like fighting at 135. It's kind of where I've always been. And I feel really smooth, really strong and at 135. So right now, that's what we're doing.
It is Paul in the comments, Paul Tyler.
Yep.
And yeah, he says there's definitely news in the next 48 hours. And then he commented a few, said Audra, get her Audra, Pitman, Audra. No, Audra, I see you, Paul. Dude, this is cool. We got some
Everybody's in there.
That's Audra right there that says, I see you, Paul. Let's do this. Audra, what up? She was on last week or the week before. I don't know. I think it was the week before. She was super fun, man. What a cool person. What I was going to say is what's fucked up about this. I mean, what is kind of difficult, but also awesome. The BKFC is so young and it is so new that they are building each division. They're building the division slowly. And the problem is they have a few girls like Christine Furia who has fought 5 or 6 times, and Britton Hart, who's fought 4 or 5 times. Mm-hmm. But then everybody else has fought either 1 time or no times, right? And then when you bring up a name like Christine Furia, who is a 125 killer, but she walks around, 140, I bet you she's an absolute savage. She would go up to 135 and fight somebody. Mm-hmm. And she would be a perfect name to come up and try to, build a division and put a title out there. But at the same time, when you say Christine Furia versus Crystal Pittman, you're like, what is this 5-1 girl doing fighting an 0-0 girl? You know what I mean? It's like the public perception of it will be all fucking crazy. But people don't understand how young it is and how it's a tough time for the matchmakers. I guess that's what I'm getting at. It's tough. It's tough for your management and it's tough for the matchmakers.
Right. It really is. It really is. Man, I love Christine. That's my girl. Yeah. It honestly is hard to find. And that's also the beauty of it too, is that it's so young, especially for the women, just women all around with this bare knuckle. I love that it's new and it's thriving, and I'm sure in no time it's going to be pretty full. I usually walk around about 160, 165 because I'm bulking in between like fights and fight camps and stuff. So when I cut down to 135, that's why it's usually a good weight for me.
So if they said, hey, it's Christine, but you like her, but it's still business as usual.
Oh, well, I doubt that
would you fight her?
But if it came down the road where that was necessary, me and Christine, that's my girl, but in a professional and respectful way, if they ask both of us if we need to do that, I'm sure professionally Christine would be like, yeah, let's do it. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. I have nothing but respect for her. That woman's fucking awesome. But in job wise and professional wise and friendship wise, you know, she's going to do what she has to do, and I take that even more with respect. We all have to do what we have to do. And, it's actually been really awesome. She's been she's been really, really on my side this whole time. I've had a couple girls, or one kind of like, and, about the 135s, but, yeah.
Who's this girl? We need to know this. You can't just do that. We gotta know, because I'm going to call them right after this.
Know.
I will contact him, and they will be on the next show. We'll talk about this.
I don't run my mouth. I run my skill.
Yeah. Do you have knockout power? Are you coming into the BKFC to put girls away in the first round and walk away unscathed, or are you a tactician, precision fighter who's going to pick these girls apart?
I can be both, but I am all for first round knockout. That's what I want. That's what I'm training for, and that's how it honestly how it should be. But I'm also very smart, and when it comes to finding that right opening, I'm not gonna run at somebody and just have no technique. With knockout power, you also have to have smart technique. So,
Mike, I got to ask you a
Yes.
question.
Yes.
If I told you that I would give you $10,000 for every time you allow Crystal to punch you in your face, how many dollars are you walking away with?
Okay, so listen. So let's think.
$10,000 for every time you let this girl punch you right in your mouth.
Well, hey, listen. If you hit me with a knockout power, can I wake back up and then go again?
Yes, as long as you wake back up
wow.
and you're conscious enough to say, "Give me another one," I'll allow it.
Well, let's say like until the doctors have to take me away. So I don't know how much that would be. Let's say 20. Let's say 20 times. Just crack me 20 times. Get a quick 200,000 and walk away with a. Knock me out until the doctors have to carry me away. Okay, enough is enough. This guy looks like a man with sandwich.
Okay. All right, Crystal. Do you want to play a game with us? You want to do something fun? I mean, we can only talk about. I mean, until you have a fight announced, until you have a training camp coming up. There's really all that. Other than getting to know this fighter in front of us and following her on her Instagram and her TikTok and her Twitter and her Facebook, which I have scrolling across the bottom for her right now. I think here we go.
Yep, I see it. Instagram at the Rugged Beauty.
We go
underscore
camp right now.
You're in a camp right now,
Mm-hmm.
but you just don't have a name, or you don't want to tell me. Blink twice if you have a name.
How about this? Like if and when the fight happens, do you know when it will be? Like what event is it going to be? Total Line? Is it going to be BKFC 17? Is it going to be Miami?
Miami in May.
It's going to be BKFC. Yeah, it's going to be. Is Paul still on the thing?
Miami.
It's either going to be April 30th or May 20. Is it May 21st?
May 21st. Unfortunately, May 21st. So they moved the date. Okay, so we know we're in the military and all that. And I was telling Kyle, like, they're gonna move this card to the weekend we have drill, but this time not so fast, because I think we're gonna try to get there. We want to go very bad. So hopefully we can, if you fight, then we will be there.
Yeah.
The Army likes to ruin our plans. They do. Every friggin' time something awesome, some event comes up where we're gonna go cover it, they're like, "Oh no, you got a range this weekend. Fuck you guys. Put your uniform back on and get back to work." And this time, not so fast. We're going. I don't care. I'm done with this stuff.
Did Paul say anything about
That's Paul. Do you want to see Pitman and Cummings? I mean, it's the most practical one. It's two girls 0-0 coming off, nobody really knows too much about either one.
Right.
You had do you have one fight? Do you have one amateur Muay Thai fight, right?
Yeah.
And then you had a bunch of fights fall through. I don't think Audra has any fights. But she went to the tryouts and she, impressed and got signed. So why not? I mean, it makes all the sense in the world for you two to fight each other, especially if 135 is the perfect weight for the two of you. Then what the hell, man? Do it.
Yeah, I think she's 125, but I think if she wants to, she has to come up.
You guys do a catch weight 130?
Yeah, catch weight 130.
Yeah, I'm down for that.
Is 130 a tough cut for you?
Nah, I mean, I can.
You got them fucking pipes, dog. And I'm not gonna lie, I wasn't trolling your Instagram or anything, but I saw your legs and they're pretty big.
Yeah, yes.
And I gotta say they're probably bigger than Mike's.
Oh yeah.
And the reason why we
I've
were
been
listening
working out since 2013. Okay, so at least not like that.
Dude,
not like we did on deployment. Forget it.
Yeah. So you look like you carry around a little bit more muscle than most of the girls around there. So
yeah,
I've kind of noticed. Yeah, I've kind of noticed that. I've been working on my legs for a long time. Those things are super powerful. So those are That's what helps my knockout.
Yeah.
Got to use those legs,
Right.
hips.
Yeah, the energy starts in your feet.
hips. It's all in the hips.
It's all in the hips. It's all in the hips.
Chubbs. That's Chubbs.
Chubbs Peterson. Yeah, golf pro. Damn alligator bit my hand off. All right, we're gonna play a game with Crystal Pittman. Before we let her go, before we let her get back to training, because I know at whatever time of night in California it is, she's going right back into training. She don't even give a fuck. She's getting ready for that catch weight fight.
I literally got here. I was like, oh shit, I have this in like 5 minutes, got in the shower really quick, and then I got to go right back. So.
All right. Well, you know what we're going to do with you. And I forgot to shout out Bare Knuckle Management. Thank you, Paul and Jules, for hooking us up with Crystal. I don't know if they hooked us up or if Mike just messaged you, but either way.
So great. I just have to shout out both of them because they're fucking awesome. Seriously, it's a good family to be a part of. I've been nothing but blessed with them. They're amazing.
Yeah, I see them out there all the time.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, what we do here on the Mike and Mish show, we like to keep it loose and have a little fun. You know what? We are going to play a little game called Never Have I Ever. Oh shit! I hope Doug's not watching.
Hey, where is he?
Shit!
I don't see
Never
him.
have I ever with Mike and Mish. Number 1, never have I ever been in a cop car.
Let
me go ahead and take a sip.
I take a sip. See, now I'm sad that I don't have any alcohol in me.
Never have I ever been in a cop car. Mike, would you be taking a sip at this point in time?
Oh, why I shall. I should probably take more than one sip too.
Okay. Well, we'll just leave it at that and we'll move on to the next one. We don't need to get anybody in trouble.
That's right.
If anybody here wants to elaborate on any of these stories, feel free to pipe up. Here we go. Never have I ever worn someone else's underwear.
Does Doug's underwear count? Because they're so comfy.
It does, for sure.
That counts. Yeah. I wish you had vodka in that thing there, and the old vodka bang. Never have I ever gone pee somewhere other than a bathroom when drunk.
Well, being a guy, I pee wherever, anytime. It doesn't even have to be drunk.
Yeah. I'm going to pipe up here for a second. Okay.
Yeah. Let's hear it.
A few times I have pissed into all my shoes in the closet. I have pissed into a floor fan that was on in
a drawer.
I opened a drawer. I peed in that thing. I was at my brother's house sleeping in the spare bedroom. The door was open to the bedroom and it was against the wall. Right out on the other side of the wall was the bathroom. I shut the door to the bedroom, exposing the wall, thinking I'm in the bathroom, pissed on the wall, and then opened the door back up and covered the wall up. I'm like, I am the night pisser, dude. I swear.
But here's the thing, real quick though. It's an issue, and it's passed down from father to son. Right, Kyle?
Yeah, it is. It is. Oh, yes. Just the other night, my 6-year-old. So we're watching TV, and I hear the kid's bedroom door open up, and I run to the bottom of the stairs, and Nolan has his little fucking dick in his hand, and he's pissing. He's pissing an arc, and I'm like, "What are you doing?" He goes, "I'm going pee." I'm like, "Bro, you're not in the bathroom." And then Amy's like, "Stop him, stop him!" And I'm like, No, I'm not stopping this. He pissed 9 steps. I was pretty proud.
Nice.
Okay, moving on.
Will from Step Brothers, the sleepwalker, but drunk and pissing everywhere.
Yeah. He's not putting pillows in the oven, but I think this is worse.
I once wrote a blog called The Adventures of the Night Pisser, and they're somewhere on the internet right now. So, all right, never have I ever tattooed someone else's name on my body.
Oh God, no, never.
No, nice. Nobody here. Here we go.
Nope.
Never have I ever sent a dirty text to the wrong person.
Oh, I don't know if I've ever done that.
All right.
I haven't either.
Neither have I.
Triple check.
Yeah.
Bunch of lames.
Yeah.
All right. Never have I ever joined the Mile High Club. Anybody drinking?
No. That's That's.
Oh, I thought she was reaching for the bang, dog.
I know, I did too for a second. I have a friend that did it in uniform like a douche. I don't know. And he showed me proof, so I'm not going to mention his name.
Oh, shit. Oh, here, wait, I lost it. Where the hell are we? We just didn't. Okay, here we go. Boom. Never have I ever broke something in someone else's house and not told them.
I
know I have.
I know I have too. I just can't remember it. And I know there's a really good story somewhere about me doing some real asshole shit at somebody's house and not saying anything.
all of this is done when we're drunk.
Exactly.
Yes.
Did it really happen?
Someone, Ian in the comments says, I got a handy from a stranger flying from Japan. Oh shit, man. All the respect to Amy Mish, says Joe Ivy. All right. New respect for Amy Mish. Yeah, because she's married to the night pisser. All right. Next up, never have I ever been to a nude beach.
Oh, I've never been to a nude beach. I've seen a nude beach.
I've been to one.
I'm all the creeper at a nude beach.
So
wait, you've been to one? So you're one of the weirdos that walked around the beach with clothes on?
No. Dude, I was like 9 years old. So here's the deal. We're out at this beach and out on Martha's Vineyard with my family. So the old creeper fathers were like, let's take a walk down the nude side of the beach. So they're like, boys, come here. Let me fucking tell you something. No pointing, no laughing, no saying no dumb shit. We're going to walk down there. We're going to fucking walk back. We're going to see what it's about. So we
don't tell your mother.
Yeah, and don't fucking say anything to your mother, right? So we're walking down there. We get about 100 yards into the nude side of the beach, and this dude's like sitting back in one of those low beach chairs, and his fucking schlong is like hitting the sand. And my dad's buddy Jimmy goes, Tommy, look at this fucking guy. he goes, Wilbur. That's what he said. That's what Jimmy said. Yeah, so
good story.
Yeah, dude. And we're like, oh man, I thought we weren't supposed to say no dumb shit, you know.
The adults always do the dumb shit. I say that now. I say, hey, Steph, my wife, Steph. I go, Steph, remember when you thought like your parents like knew everything, and then you grow up and you realize they don't know a fucking thing. Like,
we're those.
They're worse than the kids. Yeah, we're the parents now. See,
we are them.
I know, we really are.
Yeah.
Now it's too smart for me to even be like, I know what's best. He's like, no, because I just saw you doing this the other day. I'm all, you said it.
You give him the line, I brought you into this world, I could take you out.
Yeah.
I just teep him down the hallway.
All right, where were we at? We were at the newbie. We got two more. Here we go. Never have I ever lied about a death in the family to get out of something I didn't want to attend.
Oh God, that's horrible. No, that's just bad juju right there. I did not do that. I lie about a lot of things to get out of something, but not about death.
Mike,
Mike,
you have.
I probably said it in like school or something. Like, I can't come in today. Grandma died. But nothing legit. Nothing legit.
Nothing to get out of a wedding or anything like that.
Yes, no more lasagna. Whatever. No big deal.
About like my grandma dying because it's just like too close because she's actually like old. The last thing I want to do is like put that on her.
Right.
Mike, I don't know about now, Crystal. Me and Mike, we go to drill every weekend. I mean, every week, every month for the fucking army. Have you ever used drill?
Mush.
I have had. Okay, fuck you, Mike. Okay, Crystal. How many concussions have you had?
Oh, have I had? You've had 6?
Maybe.
I never get checked, so who knows? I could have 1 or 2.
I got 2 in like a 6-month period, like 2 years ago.
I'm like, oh man, you've had 12. That's how many concussions I've had. I see like constantly.
Oh man,
I've been knocked a few times, bloody noses everywhere. Long time ago though. I'm a little too fast for concussion.
Yeah. See, Mike, Luis Montias is in the comments. He says, I've used Drill Weekend as an excuse. I've definitely used Drill Weekend to get out of shit, for sure.
Give me some of that VA money.
All right. Final question for Crystal Pittman. Never have I ever lied during this game that we are playing right now.
No lie. No lie. What are you lying about?
I didn't lie. I swear to God, I didn't lie. I was telling the truth the whole time.
I'm gonna wink twice.
I can tell. I'm looking. Okay. You're telling the truth, I think. Yep.
All right. Well, you know what?
Human lie detector.
Yeah. Mike, what do you say? Do we let Crystal go so she can get back to training, so she can get ready for Audra Cummings at catch weight 130 pounds? We're announcing it here officially.
Yeah. Yeah.
Not really, though, people. Not really. Don't get excited. We are not her management. We don't know what the hell we are talking about. So go ahead.
Officially, but not really. But if it happens, it happened here. So remember that.
Yeah, if it happened here. Crystal, go ahead and shout out anybody you want to shout out, sponsors, whatever. We got your social medias at the bottom, so go ahead.
Oh yeah, you pretty much you guys cover that. We're working on a lot of sponsors right now, but right now Gentle Art CBD has been sending me a lot of cool things for my wrists and all my achies. Pretty much just I'm gonna shout out to you guys. No. Yeah, that's right. But yeah, no, my management, everybody working together right now, and that's pretty much my coaches, elite team, Kings MMA, my master all them down there in Huntington, obviously my coach and my fiance who's been training the shit out of me lately, and my boxing coach Louie. So
awesome. Thank you for coming on. Thank you for answering me back and coming on the show. We really appreciate it, and we would love to have you back on. Maybe before you fight, after you fight, whenever you're available.
Hell yeah, I'm down for any time, guys. It's super fun. Next time, maybe after the fight, because if we do it after the fight, we can get fucking smashed.
Okay, deal.
Yeah, deal. Well, you know what? Me and him plan on the Mike and Mish combo. We plan on being there April 30th and May 21st. Whether Uncle Sam wants us working or not, we're getting there. So we'll get together. Hopefully Doug doesn't punch us in the face for any of the dumb shit that we're bound to say.
Nah, he's chill.
Yeah. All right. No, he's not. All right, Crystal. Thank you so much for coming on. This was a good time. Best of luck with whoever it is that you are about to fight. Come back and see us.
Awesome. Thank you, you guys.
See ya.
Later.
All right, Mike. That was Crystal Pittman, and that was a lot of fun, dude.
Yeah.
You know what? We just keep on having fun. Who is watching out for the night pisser? Amy says. I don't know what she's talking about.
Watching
out. Anyways, hey.
I'm watching out so he doesn't pee on me.
Anyways, hey, before we bring our next guest on, make sure you support local businesses here. Just don't forget. Don't forget.
You know, I think I know is that in Jupiter?
Jupiter, Florida. That's right.
If we go down to Miami, I mean, we were close there before, but if we go down, we might have to take a good road trip to get over there. I heard they give really good massages.
I'll call Mr. Kraft and I'll ask him. So anyways, dude, we got another unbelievable guest lined up here. We got a guy in the green room who is an absolute legend, the epitome of class, the fucking man himself, Leonard Bad Boy Garcia. Here he comes. What is going on? Leonard, how are you, sir? Your microphone's off. Unmute yourself. Oh.
There we go. Can you hear me?
Hey. What's up, dude?
Man, just hanging out, man. Enjoying. I got the whole family here right now. Everybody, they ordered pizza. I hadn't been able to eat pizza for a while, so it'd be kind of cool. Sit back, still looking at the dings on my face, and still finding different bruises. I mean, it's been nuts, man. But it's a great fight, man. I felt really good, and man, I appreciate that banner, man. That was a big deal.
Yes.
Thank you guys, man. It was cool, man. I told you I was going to use it. I loved it. Right when I seen it, I was like, I gotta use this banner, man. I don't care what you guys are designing. I'm using this one right here, man. My man made it for me. I'm gonna use it.
Dude, I got to tell you that I was so friggin' honored that you used that. I couldn't believe it. I was reluctant to tell anybody about it because I wasn't sure if it was actually going to happen or not. And when it was on the TV, I'm like texting all my buddies and like snapping my phone at the TV, and I'm like, "Oh, that's my banner, and that's my logo right there." Holy shit.
Man.
Yeah,
I had to, man. I told you it was a big deal that you had made that for me, man. And I went to the design team and I was like, I don't care what you guys got doing. I'm using this one. And they were like, well, we already started the other one. I was like, I don't care. He's emailing you a photo of this one. That's what we're going to use. And they're like, all right, perfect, man.
What a class act, man. I love it. Thank you so much for that, Leonard.
Appreciate you making it, man.
Fantastic.
So we got it, dude. Everybody's in the comments right now. Look at this. Great fight. Amazing fight. Congratulations, Garcia. Dude, you could not have gone out on a higher note.
Man, everything worked, man. Everything. It was funny, I've got to give him credit, man. The dude is a monster. He said he had a torn rotator cuff, right? The dude was doing no leg push-ups during our doctor physicals. Like he had his legs off the ground and had his hands on the ground and was lifting his whole body with his feet elevated in the air, just ripping push-ups.
It's a beast.
Yeah, and it's like, mentally tough is one thing, but I mean, if you got a tear in your shoulder and you're able to do no leg push-ups, I mean, what the heck are you on, man?
He's a different breed.
The way, and then he said he broke his hand in the fight. We're in the back for like 2 hours afterwards. We do our doctor physicals, and that doctor grabbed our hands. I was sitting in the room with them. They grab your hand and they run their fingers down your bones to check to see if your hands are good. Dude didn't complain not one bit. Went back there, hung out with us for an hour, took pictures, squeezed, hugged us, everything. And I was like, if his shoulder was torn and his hand was broken and he was able to do all that, something's going on. Like, hey, he's the Terminator. You know what I mean? I hit him with some shots that, man, I hit him with some body shots where I'm telling you, I felt that rib. I felt different things in his body that I knew it was a great shot that it landed. And I'd see him curl up for a second and his eyes would be like, all right, man, maybe I want out of here. And then he'd look at me and his eyes would just change. And then he'd come forward. I was like, holy crap, man. What in the world do I have to do to this guy? And it was something else, man. I mean, hats off to Joel Moore on his physical toughness, mental toughness, everything else, man. It was the best opponent I could have ever asked for.
Yeah, he's a wild man. He was on Mission Accomplished, which is Kyle hosts a show last night that you went on before, and really, really good guy. You could see it in his eyes when he talks. I feel like he's the nicest guy and also the craziest guy at the same time. If that makes any sense to anybody,
it absolutely does. I spent 10 minutes with him pretty well, and I seen exactly what you're saying, man. I met the nice guy outside of the ring. I mean, I'm telling you, like, big hugs, kissed me on the cheek, and I was like, uh-oh, that's a little bit weird, but he did, like, he's super passionate, man, like, he's all in, and then you get in there, and he's just a killer, man. He hit me with some shots, and I was like, man, I can't show it right now, but, man, he is like a truck, man.
So when we were talking last night, he's talking about skydiving and paintballing, and if I asked him if he could switch bodies with anybody in the world, he says I would switch bodies with Jeff Bezos for a day and transfer all my money to Joe Elmore so I could buy tanks and jets and paintball guns and machine guns. I was like, holy shit, dude. I was like, you just fought Leonard Garcia the other night. Him and Cowboy Cerrone are two of the craziest fucking guys in the world, best friends. I feel like you're the third guy. You should be in there with those two.
Yeah, we're definitely the three stooges for sure if we get together, man. It'd be. I'm calling it. I guess I'll be Larry. Cowboy can be Mo, and he fits the perfect curly, man. So there you go.
Right.
Man.
So how does it feel now? You know, you're retired. You don't got to get back in the ring. You've got all these different things you can do now. I know you want to be a commentator. I heard that. Maybe interview fighters in the ring, whatever BKFC wants you to do. But I know you're interested in that. But other than that, and in your electrical work, you said you do electrical work too.
Yeah.
What else do you want to do, you know, with your extra time?
Oil field automation. And of course, I'm going to do try, do a little bit of the commentating, some backstage interviews. I want to be involved with bare knuckle because I feel like I'm one of the pioneers. I fought in the fourth one, and I think I brought two great fights to the organization. You know, something that people could talk about for a long time, and I really feel like I have a great idea of what it takes to get in there. And I know questions that get on fighters' nerves, you know, and I know what not to ask a guy and when to ask him. So I think I'll be a good asset to him. But right now, man, I really want to focus on, I've got a 21-year-old daughter, a 19-year-old son. I've got a 9-year-old daughter and a 2-year-old daughter. And, man, my goal as a father is to help them, reach whatever dreams it is that they want to dream, man. I really want to focus on the family and make sure that I'm doing the right things as a father to present, great opportunities for them. And I really feel like that's important to me. And it's one of my goals is to make sure that they find something that they love and then succeed at it. And if I can help them do that, then that's the biggest thing for me right now. And, me and my wife have always dove into our careers so much. And now that I've let one of them go, I feel like that extra time, I'm really going to use that to train them. I mean, my son now is really starting to talk about, Dad, let's get out there and let's start hitting some mitts. Let's start doing this and that. And I never wanted him to fight, but I mean, he's naturally gifted and he's got really good athleticism. So if that's what he wants to pursue, it'd be great to help him do that. And maybe he gets punched in the face and he's like, you know what, Dad, I don't want to do this. And if that happens, then I'm okay with that as well. But that's the main thing right now, man. Just really, I feel like that's what God's put in my heart to really focus on them. And my dad did a good job when I was growing up. He gave me a lot of opportunities. He actually drove me to my first 6 fights and had to be there. So, I really look up to that. And I think as a father, man, that's what you got to do. And so that's what I'm going to focus on right now, man. Just trying to be the best at whatever it is that I'm doing. If they give me a job commentating, I want people to remember, like, man, Leonard did a dang good job commentating. That was cool. He picked up on this or he picked up on that, or he made the fight a lot more, the experience a lot better. And then also, with the oil field stuff, if I can keep this administration from burning us down, we'll be in good shape.
Well, good for you. That's awesome. I mean, you support your kids or whatever they want to do, even if you don't really want them to do it. You kind of just support them, and I mean that's what you got to do, right?
Yes, sir.
Now, for everybody everyone should recognize, like, dude, this man's. You just hung it up. You're done, right? No more.
Yes,
you're done.
More.
You're done.
Yes,
WEC champ, ROF lightweight champ, USWF lightweight champ, legacy featherweight champ, 6-time fight of the night winner, fight of the year 2010, knockout of the night winner, 2-0 in BKFC with the Latin American bare knuckle middleweight championship. Your resume is absolutely fucking unbelievable, and I wanted to thank you. Like we thank you for 20 years of absolute war, and we appreciate everything you did. And your speech in the ring was awesome. I know you obviously were thinking about it before you went in there. It was great. I don't know if I should ask this question, Mike. I'm going to go ahead and ask this.
Yeah.
Were you? Because I was aggravated when Brian Sosha kept pulling the fucking microphone away from you. I don't know if you felt the same way I did. Maybe I'm stirring up some shit.
Well,
but he kept turning his back away from you, and I'm like, let the dude talk. What are we doing here, man? Come on, Leonard, how did you feel for real?
I was kind of a couple times that I had to pull him back. You know, I kept on forgetting, like I had to mention my kids and I had to mention other things. And I was like, you're so caught up in the emotions and everything that just happened. And then you're like, oh yeah, I remember this. And I had to pull him back. Like I said, man, I know what a fighter's going through afterwards, and I know how to give him time, and I understand that I got this other guy to interview, but I want this guy to get everything out, especially after, you know, saying that I was retired. I think I'm with you, man. He should have just kept it over there and held it there and let me finish and let me speak, you know, whatever. We were the main event. The event was over. The card was done. Heck, you know, give me an hour to sit there and vent, man. Let me talk. But you know what? He did a good job. I think he's still learning and everything else. But like I said, man, give a guy like me a shot at it, and then I'll make sure I give him the right time. I didn't take it as disrespect. I understood that he had to interview Joe, and I knew Joe, you know, had some stuff to say as well, so I had to be respectable of that. But I'm with you, man. Give me enough time to get everything out. And yeah, so it was a little bit, but at the time I was just so happy because I had won that, you know, I was like, oh well, big deal. I'll just keep ripping that microphone back every time. He's lucky I didn't go back in there and say, hold on, I got one more. But,
Joe probably would have gave you the microphone back. That's the kind of guy Joe is.
Joe, like I said, man, I mean, physically one of the toughest guys out there. I'm really excited to watch his career from the sideline, man. And we're coming home, and I was watching videos, and I always watch like fight videos and different things like on Instagram, the highlights. And I was watching Canelo Alvarez weaving punches, and I was like, thank God that never has to be me again in a professional setting. You know, I'm still going to spar with guys, still going to help people get ready, so I'll still be working on my head movement. But thank God I'm not going to have any of these coming after me anymore. So I'm happy about that.
Hell yeah, man.
Yeah, that's awesome. I mean, yeah, Brian is we met Brian in Orlando when we went to cover Knucklemania. It's super nice guy, super nice guy. So we understand he's caught up in the moment. He's got a job to do and all that. But it was a little bit, you know, we're here, we're picking apart everything from our couch, you know. So it's like easy for us to see it. So it kind of seemed like you might have been like a little bit annoyed. But hey, good job.
No hard feelings,
no.
Brian. I understand, man. I get it. And you know what? You let me get everything out. So at the end of the day, I'm not complaining. But next time, you always give the guy a little bit of time. So lesson learned.
Right, yeah. right. So in that fight, I mean, I had you up 5-0. When you're fighting, are you aware that you're ahead, or are you like, hey, I don't know? It could be because it was close. Like after the first round, I think they showed the punch count, and it was like identical.
Identical.
What the hell?
So go back to that. It was identical to the round before. I had thrown 71 punches. He had thrown 21 punches.
Right.
In the second round, it was identical again. I had thrown 71 punches. He had thrown 21 punches. So it was like that was our game plan coming in. Crowd this guy, get in his face, make sure that he doesn't have room to throw them big wide shots. He did shock me. He was throwing some straights, and hence, you know, the eye. I see double for a little while. I mean, you guys, there's a lot of blood in there, man. He caught me
that eye again.
Big shots. My jaw was really sore afterwards, and even now, like every now and again, when I bite down on something, you know, that's got a little thickness to it, I really got to struggle to do it. Like it is. He hits like a truck, man. The dude, I just, you know, it was my night, man. It was one of those nights where it wouldn't have mattered who it was. I was going to win that fight. And I felt it from the minute I was warming up back there. I'm in the back with Chop Corley, and he's sitting in the back there the whole time, just sitting in his underwear. Sitting in the back, chilling, just sitting there in his underwear. He gets up about 10 minutes before his fight, does a little dance, plays some music, does a little dance. And I was like, are you not going to warm up? And he was like, dude, this is like riding a bike. I've been doing it for this many years. I know what I'm going to do out there. And I was like, okay, this guy must know something I don't. And then I didn't get to watch his fight. I was kind of catching clips of it because we're in the back getting ready to come out. And, I'm definitely glad I didn't follow those types of footsteps, like, man, maybe this guy's on to something. Maybe I shouldn't warm up. Maybe I should just get my underwear and sit around, But,
nope, that didn't work out for him.
It didn't work out too well. So I'm glad that he did do well, or else I'd be telling my fighters, hey, just sit there in your underwear, hang out 15 minutes before we do a little dancing. We'll go out there and win a fight. It was cool being in the dressing room with him. He had his belts in there, and a couple other things. I just felt like he really wasn't into it. I didn't see that fire, that desire in his eyes. You're fighting in a new sport, something you've never done before. I thought that he was going to go out there and show us something, and that's the second big time pro boxer that's been in there and kind of came out on the bad end. So I think it's real important for bare knuckle guys to start training with bare knuckle fighters. I think it's very important. Me and Tom Show did it. I think we're on to something, and I hope all the other bare knuckle guys start doing it. That way we can see some fantastic fights.
It's funny you bring up Tom Shoaf, because in the pre-fight interviews with Joe Elmore, he was asked about you training with Tom Shoaf, and he was like, he called it a joke. He said, that's a joke. I beat Tom Shoaf. What's he bringing him in there to learn how to lose to me? I think bringing in Tom Shoaf might have been the most brilliant thing you could have done, because like we talked on the other show when you came on, I think Tom showed a few things. Yeah, man, he showed some weaknesses in Joe's game, and bringing him in was brilliant. And I got to tell you, man, it seems like you came in there with a game plan and you executed it to the T, and it was absolutely perfect.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Yeah, me and Tom talked about this in the back, and we Tom and heard the interview. I try not to listen to any of it, because I understand, when you're trying to sell a fight or when you're trying to talk, you're going to say some things that tries to make the other guy emotional, or you're going to say some things that might get under your skin. And at the end of the day, I'm a professional. I'm going in there to compete. I don't want to be angry. I don't want to be upset. And so I didn't really listen to any of it. And then Tom kind of leaked it in the back, and he told me, he's like, yeah, he said, you brought me in to teach you how to lose. We're going to show this guy our game plan, and you're going to do exactly what I did to him. But you have a lot more size than I do, and you have, heavy punching power. And those are two things that I have in my natural weight class, not at 165. He said, so we're about to go out there and teach this guy a lesson. And, if you watch that fight and you watch the numbers, Tom Shoaf absolutely landed the same amount of punches that I did. And we executed well. And, fortunately, I had the weight behind me, and I had the ability to take those shots from the bigger guy, because I'm, a little bit bigger than Tom. So it really worked out.
Shoaf was a victim of the knockdowns. Like he got knocked down a bunch of times. I mean, he wasn't really hurt.
No,
he got knocked down. You know what I mean? He kept falling.
And it's just like, you get two guys who have the same skill, the same training, or maybe not even the same skill or the same training. You get a lighter guy who's probably physically, technically a lot better, but you get this big guy, he's got to keep an eye on every one of those punches. And Tom would get emotional every time, get into the exchanges, and he would take that big shot. And like you said, it's like, I wasn't hurt, but my legs would tell me, well, you took a big shot. It's time to go down. And he was frustrated by it. And it was just a great thing. Like I said, man, everything worked out. They were a little worried in the back. him and my other coach were, we're about to start warming up, and Tom was like, "Man, keep your hands up. If he drops you at any point in time, just do what I did. Let it, fall down, turn around, turn away from him because he gets all crazy. Look away, take a couple deep breaths, stand back up, gather yourself, and then go in there and get after it." And I looked Tom dead in his eyes. I was like, "I'm not going down one time, buddy. Not once. I promise you, man. I promise you I'm not going down. Not tonight." And my other coach says, "Okay, if you get hurt by a shot, technically it'll be a knockdown, but take a knee. Take a knee, gather yourself, and then go, because this guy's a finisher. If he hurts you and you don't take a knee and you take too many of those shots, he could put you away." And I turned around and I looked at him and I was like, "Not tonight, man. I'm telling you guys both, it's not going to happen, man. I feel it. I know I can. I've been hit. I've been in there with world-class guys. I've been in there with some really heavy hitters, and I'm not going down at all. I'm not getting hurt by anything." And, man, he landed that first big right hand, and I felt it. I smiled right at him, and I was like, "Here we go, buddy. Now you're in for it, man. Now we're going to go toe-to-toe, and I'm staying in the pocket, and I'm not going anywhere." And like I said, we executed. It worked out really well. And like I said, I wish I would have put him away. But if you watch that first round, it was a knockdown. I don't care what anybody says. I don't care what the referee missed it. It was an overhand right, and he went down.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a fantastic performance. You wanted to say what Kevin Smith just said? Is that
No,
what
I was going to say shout out to Kevin Smith. Kevin Smith said that you had a perfect game plan from the start of the camp. You executed perfectly, and now you're top. You finished on top of the game. Shout out to Kevin Smith and Smith Brothers Combat Sports, man.
Yep.
They're great people down there, and I know they represent you. I don't know if they're going to represent you after you're done fighting, but either way, big man, shout out to them.
I'll tell you what, man. Kevin is the best, man. It was we're talking about a sponsor check that came in. I was like, "Kevin, I don't even care, man. What you were, what you did for me when we were there. If I had, hell, if I would have told him my pillow was a little bit hard, he would have went in there and found me a soft one." It was like anything I asked for, he was right there. Like anything, it didn't matter what it was. He was just right there. It was like surreal. It was like the guy on what's that movie? The Adam Sandler movie,
Mr. Deeds.
Mr. Deeds. You underestimate my sneakiness. Like you turn around and he's right here. Like, "Hey, Kevin, I was just looking for you." And he's like, I already knew. I'm right here. It was amazing, man. It was a very great experience with Kevin. I recommend him to any fighters out there coming up. Fantastic guy. I don't know if he sleeps, to be honest. I don't think he sleeps. I don't know what he does, man. But I'm telling you, if I would have said something at nighttime when I was laying down in bed, told my wife, "Hey, my feet are a little bit cold," he would have popped up on the other side and put some socks on me and then be like out of the room. He's just a great guy, man. He's just a fantastic manager. It really worked well, man. I really appreciated everything that he did, and I couldn't ask for anything better.
Kind words. Very, very awesome. He seems like a good guy. I don't know him personally, but I've just briefly spoken to him about a few things. And I know Kyle's been working with him too. So he seems like a really busy guy. When we went to Knucklemania, I don't think he stopped for 1 second. He was all over the place, this guy.
Yeah, just like that. That's what I seen again. And it was like, I had met him before, and the just to have the chance to work with him, it was a blessing, man. The
guy at Knucklemania, there was a brawl up in the crowd. Next thing you know, Kevin Smith is jumping over a banister to go freaking help break up a crowd. A crowd brawl up there. Kevin's like, "I don't know, man. I just resorted to my old hockey days."
Yep. Yep. I mean, he just has to answer for everything, man. It was great. Like I said, man, any of you guys out there who are looking for some manager that'll take care of you, Kevin Smith is your guy for sure, man.
Hell
So
yeah.
I wanted to say something real quick because we're both in the military and we always talk about resilience. And I feel like you have a really crazy story. And I'm sorry, I hope it's not like going to bring up bad memories or anything like that. But I feel like it's very important for people watching to know that you went through a very traumatic incident when you were younger, and the way that you were resilient and you bounced back from this incident is amazing. And what you have done with your life and your career is definitely something that people should look to for inspiration when they feel as though they can't go forward anymore. It really is amazing.
Yeah.
So if you could elaborate on that, I don't want to say it. I don't know the details,
absolutely.
but just briefly.
Number one, man, thank you for your service, man. It's you guys that do the things that nobody else would do to keep us giving us the ability to live the way that we live. And I know you guys don't get the respect and like, I mean, I'm a fighter and I entertain people, and and it's like people are like, oh man, you're this, you're that. You guys are the legends. You guys are the ones that go out there and put your lives on the line for us to have the life that we have. And for people not to give you guys a legend credit or, the heroes credit that you guys deserve, it saddens me, man. But I will give it to you because I really respect what you guys have done. And that's the sacrifice that people don't understand. And thank you both for that, man. And it's awesome to be able to sit here and do an interview with y'all and be able to tell y'all that, because I know you don't hear it enough. And I mean, what you guys go through, like getting shot at, is nothing compared to this little black eye, or having a bomb aimed at you, or trying to sleep wondering if you're going to make it through the next day. I mean, those are tough things to live through, and I mean, it's amazing, man. So thank you both. But
thank you.
Thank you.
So growing up as a kid, my father always taught, like, he's old cowboy, old fashioned. And he was like, victimhood is the worst thing, man. You're never a victim. If you go through something or you put yourself through a situation, you've got to learn from it and get better and work at doing what you're going to do, because nobody else is going to do it for you. I'm your father now. I'm going to take care of you. But at some point, you're going to be on your own. And if you can't figure out these problems on your own, then you're never going to go anywhere. And I mean, it was like every day, something would happen. Get over it, fix it, do whatever you got to do. I got stabbed 9 times when I was 18 years old over at a Taco Cabana. I was out late. I was putting myself in that situation I was at a bar dancing with some girls, trying to be a cool guy, and ended up at Taco Cabana, chasing after some girl. He bought some nachos. Some dude on LSD walked in. He grabs one nacho, smears them all over his face. And I was like, dude, that's my nachos. Dude's got beans, cheese, chips, like dripping off his face. He goes in for the second helping. So I dropped the tray and I punched him. Well, I wasn't really paying attention because I had this tray in my hand and he's smearing himself with nachos. So I'm engulfed by that. Well, he had a knife in his other hand and I didn't know it. So when I punched him, he falls down, stands up, and he comes after me. And he stabbed me 9 times. He punctured both my lungs, and he almost killed me. I football tackled him down, and the top of my head broke his jaw when we hit the ground, because he went, straight to the concrete. My head landed on his jaw. I sit up on top of him. I try to throw a punch, and I'm breathing like I sound like a gurgling chicken or something. Just, So I'm freaking out. I look down, and I'm covered in blood, man. And I stand up. I remember the ambulance getting there, and that's all I remember. And then I woke up in a room with tubes sticking out of my chest. And, I'm just sitting there. Get out of the hospital. I try to go back to school. end up taking Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, and then I start my MMA career. But during that time when I was injured and hurt, I remember thinking, like I was out. I was out at a nightclub. I was there. I wasn't at home at 2 a.m. I put myself in a situation where a guy on LSD could stab me and do those things. So I took the victimhood out of it. You know what I mean? I took me being stabbed. I took that as I put myself in a situation. Here I am. I have to get better and I have to chase what it is that I'm going to do the rest of my life. Or I can sit back and say, hey, man, I can't do anything because my lungs don't work properly because I got stabbed. I was like, my lungs are going to be stronger than they were before. I'm going to be better than I was before because he didn't kill me, And, that's the main thing. Like I wish, everybody would just, whatever it is, man, find what you love and go for it. And don't paint yourself as a victim, man. I mean, anything that happens to you, it's because you were somewhere or you did something, and there are victims out there that it happened to them for no reason at all. And they can say, you know what, this guy was nuts. He attacked me or this happened, but I'm not going to let him dictate my life. I'm not going to let that accident dictate anything that I do. What I do is up to me, so I'm going to go for it. And I mean, I've always tried to live by that attitude, and I feel like my life has been a storybook the whole time, and I'm writing my own story, and I want to write the best ending, and so that's it, man. Just don't take the circumstances. I watch all these videos of these guys with one arm, one leg, powerlifting, doing crazy things, and I'm like, that's it right there, man. I applaud those people. I like their stuff. I'll follow them. You got that wrestler guy that was going with who's the guy that used to be the light heavyweight champion?
No legs. He had the no. He had no lower half.
Scoots across the mat, takes his back, puts it in a rear naked choke. Man, if that dude can do it, a guy with 2 legs and 2 arms can absolutely get it done. So get out there and do it, man.
That's the victor mentality instead of a victim mentality. You get the victor mentality.
Absolutely, man. And you two guys have that. I mean, being in the military, doing what you guys do for us, you guys are victors. Like I said before, without you guys, without a military to protect us, who are we?
Yeah.
Well, thank you.
Absolutely incredible story, Leonard.
Incredible.
And a lot of people don't know that. And they should know that you are like a model of resilience. It's freaking unbelievable. And as soldiers, we look at that and we're in awe. So that's fucking incredible. And like the silver lining in that is like you were a star football player, you were a star athlete. Like, would you have ever gone down the mixed martial arts road? I mean, fucking God has a reason for everything, right? That's what it comes down to. You punched that dude for a reason, and all that shit happened for a reason. And now here you are, getting. And I wanted to bring this up real quick. We're gonna have a little fun with you, Leonard. Before we let you go, we've been having you on for a while, but you are an absolute legend in the sport, and you're gonna be awarded the Gem Mace Legends Award Memorial Day weekend at Bare Knuckle Hall of Fame in Belfast, New York. How does that feel? Like, that's an incredible honor. And I want you to know that Mike and Mish are going to be in Belfast for that thing. We're gonna make that road trip.
I look forward to meeting you guys in person, and we'll hang out, man. But
what an honor
to be recognized for any accomplishment, man. It feels good. And to receive, something that an award that says legend on it. It really does, man. It just makes you feel good. It's like when you accomplish something, you did it, but when you get recognized for it, on top of you knowing that you did it, everybody else gets the chance to tell you, hey, man, great job. And I mean, think about it, man. If everybody went around high-fiving you guys because you were in the military every day, it would feel good. You'd feel like, man, I'm doing something great. And it just makes you feel like, you know what? I did it for a reason. And I'm glad that I'm being recognized for it. It's a humbling feeling, man, to have an award handed to you for something that you've done, it feels really good. And man, I couldn't be prouder to receive it. It feels good, and I hope that other guys, when they receive this award, they're like, man, this is an award that Leonard won, or and that makes you feel good. So really, man, I mean, I don't know. It sucks. I'm an emotional dude. I'll probably get up there and cry. And it's just a good feeling, man. I love it, man. Everything that's coming with, the retirement and everything else, it just feels so good, and it makes you feel accomplished. And so what I'll do with that is that was one accomplishment. I reached that goal. Now it's time to reach the next one. So it'll be a good thing, man.
Congratulations.
Yeah, congratulations, Leonard. It's a hell of an honor. You had one hell of a career, and everyone is thankful for what you put out there, man. You always put it. Elvin Brito's in the comments. That Facebook user right there, it says the man himself. That's Elvin Brito.
Man, Elvin Brito, man, he's got this style, man, that's unbelievable, man. You watch the fight, it looks awkward and it looks weird, and you see the other guy's face after the fight, and you're like, when did all those punches land? Like, how in the world is Elvin doing that? And it's awesome to see it, man. And Elvin's just a great dude, man. We talked about training together. And all the different things. Anybody who's in your weight class that's willing to train with you, that says a lot about them. And Elvin was definitely open to it. He was like, yeah, I don't care if we're going to fight each other. I would still want to train with you just because I think we could both learn so much from each other. And then if we both know so much from each other and then we go in there and fight, we would paint another masterpiece, man. It'd be great. So he's a fighter's fighter, man, and I'm really excited to watch him as well. I really think him and Joe are on a collision course, and man, it's gonna be great to be able to sit back and watch those two guys fight each other, and it's gonna be great being out there knowing that I don't have to fight either one of them next. So it's gonna be really, really good for me.
Maybe you'll be commentating one of those.
I hope so, man. I really hope to have a front row seat to that fight because I think they're both gonna try to figure each other out. And then, man, anybody who can figure out Elvin's style, he's evolving every time. The first time we seen it looked kind of cool. It was a little different. People weren't used to it. When he fought Caleb Harris, it got even better. And then this last fight, I mean, the dude came out. He didn't even look like he had been in a fight. He looked just as normal as he was just walking around. And I was like, how in the hell do you go into a bare knuckle fight and look like that afterwards? Elvin Brito, man, that's how.
Still looking pretty.
That's right.
He really did, man. He came out there
unscathed. Yeah.
Poor the dude that he fought. I mean, he looked like Frankenstein, man. Stitches everywhere, big knot on his face. And I was like, these two guys just fought each other. And like, something happened. And like, Elvin, where did you teleport off to?
Yeah, unbelievable. All right. So, hey, Leonard, last time when you were on Mission Accomplished, you said you were a child of the 80s and you loved 80s music.
Yeah.
So what Mike and Mish have been doing is March Madness brackets, right? Okay. So we wanted to do a Mike and Mish March Madness bracket with Leonard Garcia 80s hair bands. What do you think you could do this? You think you could narrow it down?
Let's see, man. Let's go.
All right.
Do it.
First matchup in the Mike and Mish March Madness 80s hair band matchup. Motley Crue. Yeah. Oh, shit. Did you ever watch the movie?
I better have Wind of Change on there.
All right. Versus Scorpions.
Yeah. We got to go with Scorpions.
So I was going to put Wind of Change, but we just felt like it wasn't going to, it just starts off so slow and we can only play so much at one time. So we were like, let's get something that kicks real fast because I love that Wind of Change song.
Yeah.
Okay,
man,
so Scorpions moves on.
Yeah, Scorpions moves on for sure, man.
Okay, all right. Next up in the first round of the March Madness bracket, Guns N' Roses.
Yeah.
versus Skid Row.
Man, that's tough. That one's tough. Let's see. That one goes into overtime, but I say Guns N' Roses.
All right.
All right.
GNR moves on to face Scorpions in the second round. Up
Yes.
next, we got Van Halen
Oh, yeah.
versus Death Leopard. Who do we got?
Oh,
This is a tough one.
man, that is a tough one, man. That one was the finals right there. Hold on.
Only one can go on.
Def Leppard.
Def Leppard moves on to the next round. Hold on, I'm just
That
plugging
was
it in.
tough, man.
All right.
These are good ones.
Now, the last matchup of the first round, moving on to face Def Leppard in the second round. Poison.
All-time favorite, man.
Yeah.
Well, let's
Poison,
just.
man.
Okay, versus Bon Jovi.
Hi, Bon Jovi. Don't do this to me.
What'd you get?
Man, I love Bon Jovi too, man, but I grew up I used to wear the Poison shirts. It was nuts, man. So I've got to go with Poison for that simple fact, but I hate picking against Bon Jovi. That one is a draw. Yeah, that's right.
That's my wife right there in the comments saying it's a
That
draw.
one is, yeah, man.
One must move on.
You got Joe Ivy saying Bon Jovi. Oh,
And
man.
I wanted to so bad.
All right, so we
bad.
got Poison moving on. All right, round two, we got Scorpions versus Guns N' Roses to go to the final. Who do we got?
Yeah.
We're not going to play the music this time.
Okay.
Scorpions.
I mean, I could. Or.
Oh, dude, I love it.
I mean, come on.
You can't play that song. It's got to be Guns N' Roses.
All right.
Dang it.
All right, Guns N' Roses. Okay, Def Leppard versus Poison to move to the finals.
Nothing but a good time.
Gotta be Poison, man. It's gotta be.
Oh, I love it, dude. Guns N' Roses versus Poison in the finals, and I spelt Poison wrong because I'm an idiot.
Hey, listen, he's doing this right as we're speaking. He's typing them in.
Yeah, I'm trying, man. I'm trying to do it right now as we speak. Poison versus Guns N' Roses.
All right, so look, you guys are having fun with me. Let's do a three-way vote because this is the finals.
Okay.
All right.
You want what we do? You want to hear?
Well,
us first?
okay. Oh, Jesus.
All right.
Christ.
So I'm going to tell you right now. I already know who it is because I feel like November Rain. For some reason, that song is just like ingrained in my childhood. I can't like get it out of my head. I love that song. And obviously they got tons of other songs that are wonderful. I'm picking Guns N' Roses all the way.
I spelled it wrong twice.
Pulsin. That's a new band. A new band from the 80s.
Dude, if you ask me, Mike, you are disqualified from voting because November Rain was in the 90s.
Oh shit!
Yeah,
but it's from an '80s band.
But it is from an '80s hair band. It is from an '80s band. He did have Mr. Brown. They did have Mr. Brownstone. Paradise City.
Yep.
I used to love
Welcome to the Jungle.
But I had to kill her. Guns N' Roses movie. Guns N' Roses wins this for me for sure.
Yeah.
Yes.
I like I said, I was a Poison fanatic growing up, and man, but I'm gonna have to go with the three-way it's a sweep, man. Let's say Guns N' Roses for the win and the championship. Undefeated. There you
Guns
go.
N' Roses wins.
Look at what they're called, the hair banditos of the world. See that?
That's it, man. There we go. And then we were just talking about Elvis Bandito, so it was all tied together.
It was meant to be, Leonard.
Yeah,
That's right.
I agree, man. Well, man, I had a great time with you guys, man. I appreciate everything. Man, thank you for the banner, man. It was a big deal. I was honored to use it, and it meant a lot to me, man. I really appreciated you taking the time to do that for me.
Hell
and
yeah.
It was awesome, man. It was great. We couldn't ask for a better fight. What a great way to go out. And, man, anytime after when I start commentating anything else, man, you guys want to bring me on, man, hopefully I bring up a champion sometime soon. You know, I want to live vicariously through a guy that's still fighting. And who knows, man, it may be my son. I hope not, but hell, who knows, man, you know?
Well, we couldn't thank you enough to come on here, especially after a war like you had the other night. Like, I don't ever know. So when I messaged you the other day, I was just like, man, you read the message. I was like, hey, if you feel like coming on, you can come on. Like, if you need some time to recover after a war like that, I don't know. Like, do you need a few weeks? But you are a class act, and you're like, nah, man, I'll come on this week. I truly appreciate that. I loved the performance, the post fight speech, everything about it. The fact that you used my banner like blew my damn mind.
We were very excited about that. It was very cool.
Fun fact about that night.
Okay.
Another fighter on that card had a little something to do with this guy as well. About a few weeks earlier, I had made this poster for Jay Fish.
Okay.
And I made him look like Thanos, and I called him the Mad Titan.
Okay.
And he was Jason Hook'em Fish every time before that right there. I made that. So, wow. And then they introduced him fighting out of Saginaw, Michigan, the Mad Titan, Jason Hook'em Fish. I'm like texting Mike. I'm like, holy shit, they just called him the Mad Titan. I'm like, I'm taking credit for that shit.
Yeah, you got to, man. You got to.
Yeah, dude, I love this shit. I love the sport. I love everything about it. I love the performance. I love the product they put out there. And I can't thank you enough for coming on the Mike and Mish show tonight.
Thank you guys so much for having me back on, man. It was an honor. It's great. Like I said, man, to serve to do something for two heroes. Why wouldn't I do it, man? It's an honor, man. Thank you guys both. Seriously, from the bottom of my heart, man. Thank you guys. And keep doing what you guys are doing, man. Keep the people safe, doing all the great things for the country. Like I said, even with crazy administration, you guys are still out there and still doing what y'all got to do because you guys are soldiers and you understand what you signed up for. And like I said, man, I'm just an entertainer. I'm nothing in comparison to what you guys do, man. So thank you guys.
Thank you, Leonard. Thank you.
And I'll see y'all both in Belfast.
Yeah, I was just going to say, we'll see you up in Belfast, my man.
Yeah.
Thanks a lot. Have a great night.
Thank you, guys.
Take it easy. Mike, that's one of the coolest people on the planet.
Oh, he's such a gentleman. Like, and this is why I love doing the show, because I tell people all the time, I say, hey, we got this show. Did you see it? And a lot of people are like, yeah, but I'm not really into fighting. I'm not into that. I'm like, listen, I get it, right? Maybe you don't watch fighting, whatever, but these are people. These are people with lives. They have lives. They have stories, and they're moving, and they're inspirational. Right. They're amazing. And these people are genuine. Fighters are different. And I know I've told you this before. They're just different people.
They're a different breed for sure. They're like the classiest people. They're so nice. Like me, when we went down to Florida and we like got to actually, obviously we've been interviewing them on the show, and they're always so cool and they're always so accommodating. And like, I haven't had a complaint about a single one of them. I'm thankful for every one of them. They're great.
Yeah.
But then we meet them in person. They are the coolest fucking people on the planet. So down to earth, so great. It's like, I don't know if it has something to do with the fact they don't get paid $40 million a year like like NBA players and Major League Baseball players and football players and whatever, like $29 million to play football or whatever. These guys seem truly appreciative for the career that they have. They love all the support, all their fans. And you could tell by a guy like Leonard, man, he's just like the classiest, most down to earth guy you could possibly meet. And you brought up that incident in his life, and he was nice enough to talk about it.
Yep.
And good God, what a story. Holy shit.
It's an inspirational story because it's like when you're so he's like a very good football player. He's supposed to be a walk-on at Texas Tech, right? And he could have went on to the NFL. And nobody knows, right? He could have, and he could have done very well. And then he runs into this incident, which everybody heard about. At that point, you go, you know what? My life's over. My dream's gone. I've got nothing. What am I going to do? Am I going to work at a restaurant for the rest of my life? Am I going to give up? Not that a restaurant. I worked at a restaurant too. I'm not saying that's the worst thing in the world. But what I'm saying is, like, he could have just settled for less. He's got 2 punctured lungs. Let's just try to heal and move on with my life. And I'll do what I can. But he didn't. He pushed himself past the limit and for the rest of his life. And here he is right now, talking about getting this award
at a Hall of Fame.
At a Hall of Fame. He's got all these awesome accolades. It's really good. And I feel like maybe we should bring this up at Resiliency Training at some point.
Like, honestly, dude,
fantastic freaking story.
Yeah,
it's inspirational.
For those who are watching that don't know it, the ones that are not in the military right now, the military makes us go through resiliency training like almost every month. It's every month, right? Every month we do some sort of resiliency training.
Yep.
Resiliency training is to teach you how to get back up. You get knocked down and get back up and keep on going, and don't let the fucking bad take you down. Search for the good, all that shit. This guy embodies that. Yep. And we should actually show that part of the interview next month for resilience. Well, you know what? Let's cut that shit. Let's cut it out and we'll do it. And, people are really busting my balls about the poison misspelling, but
listen, this was done live, guys. This is what's good about live.
Guys,
fuck it, we're going live.
This is live, and you guys don't realize that we're producing the show. I am producing the show with this mouse in my hand and this keyboard right here. As the show's going on, I'm typing and I'm trying to keep up. But you know what? It doesn't matter. It's the fucking shit.
It's fun.
Thank you, everybody who's tuning in. Monica, Joel, Susan, Joe Ivy, Amy, Luis Montiez. He's always in there. Like, you guys support the shit out of us, and we're gonna keep on growing this. And I'm glad that you guys enjoy our style of interview with these people, because I truly love the mindset of these fighters. It's not even the fact that they're fighters, like we said. They're like the best human beings out there, dude. It's a different breed. It really is. It's a different breed, and I cannot wait to get down to Birmingham, Alabama, April 30th. I can't wait to get to Miami, May 21st. We need to get this shit done. For those who are watching, make sure you are liking the page, subscribing to the YouTube channel, share the shit out of this show, because
really great.
What we're trying to do is grow this. We're trying to grow this brand. We're trying to get some sponsorship money rolling in, so we can travel to all these events and cover all these events live and do these in-person interviews with all these amazing people that we're talking to. Unfortunately, the media credential passes do not cover shit like that. You know what I mean? It gets us in and it gets us access to the fighters and gets us backstage and all that stuff. But travel, that's on your boys. You know what I mean? So the more you guys help us grow the show and share the show and all that shit, we appreciate it. We just ask that you do that. You know what I mean?
Yep. Because it'll roll into something bigger and better, and we'll take everybody with us, and we do not forget about the people who support us.
Right.
I like to think that we are honorable men, and we will take care of those who were here in the beginning for sure.
Right.
Whichever way we can.
Yeah. Do we need a secretary? Maybe eventually, my
Yeah,
friend.
right. Yeah.
And you'll be the first person I call. We got, don't forget Ian. We won't forget we won't forget any of you guys. All you guys have been with us since day one. You guys are our day ones, and that's that. So we got a first timer in here joining the show. Loved it. Thanks, Joe Ivy and Susan Walker for the invite. You know what I mean?
Awesome.
It's like,
thank you.
It's a true honor to talk to these people, especially people like Bobo O'Bannon 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Bobo O'Bannon, you know, hit us in the heart a little bit.
Yep.
Leonard Garcia was a different. He showed us a little bit more. Like, he showed us that there's no quit in this world. You know what I mean? He could, like you said, he could have fucking gone and worked at a gas station. He could have gotten into a life of crime. Who knows, dude? Like, you know, you go hang out with your high school buddies, but you know what he did? He walked into a jiu-jitsu school and he learned some BJJ. Then he probably learned, and he already knew how to punch someone, so he perfected his striking. And then next thing you know, he's the fucking WEC champion.
Right.
And the next thing you know, he's fighting Roger Huerta in the USC.
Mm-hmm.
Next thing you know, he's fighting fucking Max Holloway 12 years later. He's you know,
Korean Zombie
classic.
Talked about forever.
By the way,
if
the Korean Zombie, and I don't know if it is, if you guys want to look this up while we're talking right now, Joe Ivy, I know you're always on the ball. If you want to look this up, is the Korean Zombie versus Leonard Garcia WEC fight? I know it was a WEC fight, but the UFC owns WEC, so they will induct a WEC fight into their Hall of Fame. Is that fight in the Hall of Fame for the fight wing? Because if it's not, after Leonard Garcia gets that award up at Belfast, New York, the UFC should induct the Korean Zombie Leonard Garcia fight from WEC into their fight wing of the Hall of Fame, because it's one of the best fights you'll ever see. And if anybody hasn't seen it, go on YouTube. The full fight's on there. It is.
Yeah.
You can go watch it.
WEC 48.
WEC 48.
Split decision win for Leonard. And
Chan Sung Jung versus Leonard Garcia. Unfriggin' believable fight.
And as we said before, that was fight of the night and fight of the year for 2010. So, and not only was it could be fight of the decade. I mean, it was so good. I obviously 2010, you got all those years after, and I'm sure there's all these crazy fights that happened, but we're still talking about it as 2021. So think about that. It needs to go in the Hall of Fame. We're going to start the hashtag, right?
Hashtag
Garcia versus Zombie HOF or UFC HOF. Hashtag.
Yeah,
let's do it. Let's get him in there.
Let's figure this out before we move on.
Yep. Let's get it done.
What longevity? Yeah. What long? You know what I mean? It's unreal, man. What about longevity? The fact that Leonard did what he did for so long, and at 41 years old, that dude walked in. Can we talk about the fact that he walked into that fight against Joe Elmore at 41 years old, looking unbelievable. Like, dude, the guy's 41 years old. I'm 39 right now. I have
37.
You guys look at me, and I have a t-shirt on because I'm covering all the bullshit. My arms have always been the money makers. I look like I'm in shape. That is a big lie. You know what I'm saying? I don't have abs. Leonard Garcia at 41 years old has abs. You know what I mean? And he can take a punch, and he can land a punch. It's just unbelievable that he came in there. And when Leonard went into the fight against Julian Lane, he did look. He was a guy that was coming off like 4 years of not fighting, or 5 years of not fighting.
He didn't fight for a little bit.
He was, and I'm not trying to be an asshole here. He was looking a little pudgy. He was looking a little soft, but he knocked out Julian Lane.
Yep.
He came back and fought Jim Ehlers.
By the way,
what's that?
If that comes in.
Yeah, what is that?
That right there is the old paragraph that I put in on Wikipedia for Leonard Garcia's last fight, because they didn't have it on Wikipedia. The bare knuckle fight, buddy. Remember? Yeah, update that shit.
Yeah, you know what that is? We are content providers, Mike. Content providers. Yeah, Mike went on to Leonard's Wikipedia page last night or the night before, and they hadn't updated his shit with the Joe Elmore fight. So our man over here, Mike Hunold, he took care of it.
That's the least I could do. It's the least I could do.
Yeah, it's the least I could do for
no
the
big
guy.
deal. You know what I'm saying?
Anyways, yeah, like I said, he came in there against Joe Elmore. He went in there against a guy who's an absolute killer, and he put on the performance of his life. And with a career as long and as amazing as it was, it's hard to believe that when you like talk about his 3 or 4 best fights, his last one is in that conversation.
Mm-hmm.
His last one was a masterpiece.
He's fighting his ass off his entire career, nonstop, always putting on a show. The guy is unbelievable. It's great. And if you look at his record for MMA, it starts in 1999 when Prince was partying. Think about that. This is a long time ago.
Oh, yeah, he was partying. And Joe Ivy says Leonard's name's not even in the WEC Hall of Fame. What the fuck? Get your shit together, guys.
Hashtag.
All right. So, Leonard Garcia, class act, amazing guest, crazy stories. Crystal Pittman, the next big thing, the hot item on the market for BKFC. She was cool as hell. That was fun, right?
Yep.
Never have I ever with her. We talked about peeing on things, Mike. We talked about peeing into things. And I want to hold up. While we're live on the air right now. I just got a message. Hold up. Go ahead, Mike. Talk amongst yourselves.
Talk amongst yourselves.
Yeah, talk amongst yourselves for a second. I just got breaking news. Our boy Matt Lightning Lyle, is fighting Eric Flores for the title on April 24th, 2021.
Okay.
They have made the fight.
Let's get it, Matt. Is
Hold
this
on.
still in
Hold up a
Mexico
second.
City?
One,
Take me
two.
down to the Mexico City.
Take me down
Where the
to the
altitude's
Mexico
high
City.
and the girls are pretty.
Girls are pretty. I want you, please take me home. What's your best 80s hair voice? Go.
Oh, God, Jesus Christ. Oh, won't you please take me home?
Dude, I used to work at Big Bubba's Barbecue, and I
Yeah.
used to like make up songs every day. And I was like, what the fuck did I used to
That's
say?
forever on the internet.
No. Hold on. Take me down to the paradise. Fuck, man, I had a goal. Talk for a second. I got to think of
Oh, my God.
Amy, if you're watching,
Help
if you're
this man.
watching right now, I used to sing a Guns N' Roses song. Oh, welcome to Big Bubba's. We got pork and beans. We got everything you want. We even got collard greens. Yeah, I had a
Nice.
whole,
There
dude,
we go.
Yeah, dude.
There
it
we
was the shit.
go.
Oh man,
I
and
used to
had
do that all the time at the restaurant. I used to make every song is you could just make it up to whatever the restaurant's doing at that time.
I also do the you know that DMX song, I got blood on my hands and there's no remorse. Dude, I'm not gonna go any further than
Let's
that.
not do the next line.
Let's not do the next line. But I
Yeah.
was like, I got sauce on my hands and there's no remorse. I got sauce on my dick because I fucked the pork.
How's that any better than the other line that we were not going to say? I don't even understand this.
Oh my god. I'm sorry. But I used to do that shit all the time, man. I was, welcome to Big Bubba's. We got pork and beans. We got everything you want. We even got collard greens. I don't remember the rest of the song because it was 15 years ago. But here we are.
I barely remember 15 minutes ago. What were we doing?
Here we are.
Remember.
Here we are this many years later. I just messaged Matt to see if if this whole podcast doesn't work out. Oh, you saying I got a career in singing?
Oh, yeah. Dope.
I got a
Good
career in
guy.
singing.
Dude, you know, like they say, you got a voice like a mix between Fergie and Jesus.
Joe Ivy says we could start a new band.
Poisoon.
Boys.
Poisoon.
Poisoon, dude. I was trying to speed
That's
type.
actually a pretty badass name for a band, Poisoon. It's like a poison animal. It's like a poisonous monsoon.
Dude,
and it's
Joe
just
Ivy.
come in. It's poison. Like poison usually just gets like one person or multiple people if they drink the Kool-Aid. But here's the thing: that's a poisoon. That means if you're sitting in your house and you're near the shore and a monsoon's coming in of poison, I mean, it's just going to get the whole damn shore, the whole shoreline, all the way down the East Coast. Everybody's screwed by the poisoon.
The poisoon. Get ready for the poisoon, dude. You know what? I'm a hunting pecker. Okay, do you know what that means? I'm a hunting pecker. I don't do all the fucking all fingers typing. Okay, Joe.
Yeah, none of this ASDF, JKL, friggin' whatever, semicolon.
Listen,
what the hell?
Listen, Joe Ivy, when I was learning how to type in middle school, home row was all I knew. So anything outside the home row, I'm fucked.
I don't know none of that.
Mike's like, what the fuck is a home row?
I know what it is. Trust me, I just read them off, but I never did it. And I don't be paying attention in school, as you can see.
I'll just be hunting and pecking, dog. Hey, listen, support local businesses. Like and subscribe to the page. I think we done did this shit long enough.
Oh yeah.
What do you think? Crystal Pittman is an absolute fucking stud, awesome person coming on here, talking some shit, having fun with the Never Have I Ever. Leonard Garcia is an absolute legend, Hall of Fame worthy everywhere, class act of a guy. I think we couldn't have done better tonight, Mike. What do you say?
Yep, it was great. It was great. Can't wait to see who Crystal will be fighting. Will it be Audra? Will it be somebody else? Will it be 135 catch weight at 130 or 125? We will see within 48 hours.
Yeah. No, okay, we're gonna close it out in a second. But Amy says, hence the reason
Death Leopard
secretary, and then the Death Leopard.
Yeah, not good at hunting.
Kevin is weird Mish Yankovic. All right, you fuckers. We're gonna call it a night because we have to work in the morning. Okay,
you got to work tomorrow. That's right.
Yeah, the army calls. Yeah, send a salami to your boy in the army.
Please don't. When we used to get those things overseas, we get them summer sausages. There was just a waste of money for anybody who don't send summer sausages to people who are deployed, because all I write on it is like, we had some people and I'd be like, Elam's property, and I'd put it in his room, like that's all that it's good for with marker. And obviously you can all use your friggin' little minds there of what they could use that for. But that's what we do with summer sausage. So don't send it to us. We don't eat it.
Yeah. Oh God, I feel like we could do this all night.
Yeah.
All right, man. What do you say we wrap up the show? We have a beautiful weekend coming up, and next Wednesday, dude. Next Wednesday, I had somebody lined up. They have fallen off. I do not have a guest for next Wednesday. I will get one.
If you know anybody, please contact us.
Yeah, no. I will get one, but next time you see me or Mike, as of now, will be next Thursday. Who the hell do we got, Mike?
We have El Tornado.
Tyler fucking Goodjohn.
That's correct. And we're going to have a lot of fun with Tyler Goodjohn because he's a nutty bloke.
He's a nutty bloke. That is a good way to describe him. Mm-hmm. Tyler's a good time. So we're going to have him next Thursday. Between now and then, we'll figure out what else we're doing with ourselves. We'll try to get our lives together. With that said, thank you all for tuning in. See you next time. Peace.